and welcome to Maya's Minute. Thank you for tuning in. This video is going to be a continuation of the last video where I spoke from Proverbs chapter 27, verses 15 and 16. In the last video, I focused mostly on verse 15, so I'm just going to talk a little bit more today about verse 16. Okay, but I'll read both verses for you. Proverbs chapter 27, verses 15 and 16 says, "A quarrelsome wife is like a constant dripping on a rainy day. Restraining her is like restraining the wind or grasping oil with the hand." So when you look at the word quarrelsome, it pretty much says repeatedly argues with other people. So just to kind of put things in perspective, that's the type of personality that we're thinking about when we say quarrelsome. And it says restraining her is like restraining the wind. So just think about the wind. When the wind blows, it blows when it wants, how hard it wants, and there is no stopping it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. You can protect or cover yourself from it, but there is no restraining it. Um, think about trying to grasp oil with the hand. I mean, there is you can't grasp any liquid with your hand, yet alone oil is liquid, and on top of that it's greasy and slippery, so there is no restraining. So both of those things, trying to restrain wind or grasp oil with the hand, there's pretty much both of those things are impossible. So it's pretty much saying a quarrelsome wife, like there is no restraining her. Now when I think about that, of course it's not talking about a physical, well, I'm not thinking about it as a physical restraint. I'm thinking about it in terms of just within the marriage. The husband and wife there's a level of respect, there's mutual expectations, there's trust that they have for one another. And I think the restraint part is pretty much saying that they can trust one another to, not go outside whatever the boundaries are, or not cross certain lines, or to present themselves in a certain way, in a respectable um, way. That's what I'm kind of looking at it as. And when I read the scripture, I thought about like almost like the husband not being able to trust that maybe when his wife goes out, because as a wife, you're not only representing yourself, you're representing your husband, you representing your family. So if a wife is not able to be restrained, she lacks restraint, it's almost like the husband might feel a bit of anxiety when she goes out, when she's not around him, because it's almost like he doesn't know what she's going to do. He doesn't know what she's going to say, what's going to come out of her mouth, how is she going to be treating other people that she comes in contact with. And that can't be a comfortable feeling. I know if um, I wouldn't be comfortable, I had to feel that way about my husband. But on the other end of that, another verse that kind of is the opposite of that came to my mind is Proverbs 31 verse 11, where it says, "Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value." Again, that's Proverbs 31 verse 11. It says, "Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value." So in my mind, it's like that's the opposite of the verse that I just read. That's the opposite of the quarrelsome wife, because it says he has full confidence in her. That means that um, he has no he has no fear, of what she's gonna say, what she's gonna do, whether or not she's gonna be respectful, because he has that trust in her, and he has trust in her to, you know, to take care of what needs to be taken care of, to keep things in the home in order, just, things that wives do. He has that confidence in her. So the thought is, think about which end of that you're on. If you're that quarrelsome wife that cannot be restrained, or are you the one from Proverbs 31 verse 11 that her husband has full confidence in her. Something to think about. Um, Thank you for tuning in. If I said anything that made you go, click the like button and please share it with somebody. Also, subscribe to my channel so you can get a notification every time I drop a video, and leave me a comment. I do read them. And also, if there's anything that you would like to hear about, just leave me a comment in the chat because I do read them. And bye bye for now. I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Mwah.